morning, our beloved viewers. You're watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. Strengthening security ties between Qatar and Djibouti. And on the international scenes, the World Bank sounds the alarm to reform the food system to preserve the planet. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. A high-ranking delegation from the Qatar National Gendarmerie, led by Major General Mubarak Farhan, made an official visit to Djibouti on May 4, 2024, at the invitation of the High Commander of the National Gendarmerie, the Minister of Defense responsible for relation with parliaments, Hassan Omar Mohammed, welcomed the Qatari delegation comprising 4 officials of the Qatar delegation in the presence of the ambassador of Djibouti in Qatar and the chief of staff of the National Gendarmerie. The visit of the Minister of Defense and the exchange of gifts that followed strengthened ties already solid between Djibouti and Qatar. The visit to the different gendarmeries units by Colonel Zakaria Hassan Aden allowed the Qatari guests to gain valuable insight into the operational capabilities of the Djiboutian institution. These immersions in the daily life of law enforcement has not only reinforced the mutual understanding between the two parties, but also laid the foundation for a closer collaboration in the future by sharing their experience and best practices. The Qatari gendarmes were able to benefit from the lessons learned by their Djiboutian counterparts, that's strengthening bonds of friendship and partnership between the two institutions. This 5 days visit is part of particular importance, marking major milestones in strengthening ties between Djibouti and Qatar Gendarmerie. The two institutions, both members of the IFIP, made an international ties and are working together to lay the foundation for a historic partnership that will contribute to strengthen security and stability in the region. The Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asowe, responded and reopened the complex of renovated community development center at the state. In addition to the minister at this reopening of the CDC made brand new under the team and the terms of rehabilitation work. The parliamentarians and resident and Commune of Bulaus, the president of the Commune of Bulaus, Mr. Abdul Qadir Iman, the sub-prefect, the second district, and the technical advisor of the minister, several other senior executives were present at this initiative. Also present on this inauguration, CDC officials, representative of the Neighborhoods Association movement, the member of Community Council of the stadium, major figures, men and women leaders, and several representatives of the Youth Association. The CDC had an historical ties in the second oldest youth center in the Republic of Djibouti. After that, Haji Dide, and also currently undergoing rehabilitation, and it was able to benefit from the national total renovation program of the first generation of the CDC, such as that of Angela, already restored to optimal functionality on Haji Dide in the neighborhood 7, which will soon reopen their doors to accommodate the new social integrations program economic for the status of young people.
farxad weyn bay noo tahay maanta in xaafad ka tirsan
In a statement for this occasion, the Deputy Hassan strongly urged the people of the stadium to take a better advantage of this beautiful structure at their disposal, welcoming and praising the perseverance of the for these issues. The Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asso, who relevant efforts are commendables in the perspective of offering to youth and community with the support of the government and means to develop them, he said. For her part, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asouwe, in her intervention, indicated that after several months of rehabilitation, the CDC of the city is completely renovated with premises equipment and for the equipment such as the IT equipment, sport, met to mention the sport grounds for the development and regain their functionality. Beyond reopening of the fun and educational activities, the CDC should be an adequate space for the implementation of a sustainable solution against youth for the delinquency drugs use, but also a platform of choice for support for the social, economic, and cultural integration for young people. The development of this center for community development falls within the framework of the vision of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, aiming in order to strengthen the rules of youth and upgrade their knowledge in different areas of their lives. In her, the National Institute of the Public Administration, known as INAP, hosted a ceremony to award certificate of compliance of a training in English language in collaboration with the United States Embassy. This training provided by an American expert took place over nearly 4 months within INAP for the benefit of employees of the country's ministerial department. During this significant event, 41 participants were honored for their commitment and success in this crucial training. A gift exchange punctuated this memorable day, followed by a family's photo session to immortalize the occasion. For this, Ms. Aida Suleiman, Director of a Training at INAP, expressed her deep gratitude to the United States Embassy for the continued support in promoting of the teaching of English language in collaboration of the part of the duration with this fourth edition.
To recognize their effort and remarkable achievements. Dear executives, you have demonstrated your commitment to public service. You are a spanning example for future generations. I would also like to express our profound gratitude to U.S. Embassy for the ongoing support to our institute and our country. Your commitment to strengthening the capacity of public administration, executives involved and contribute to the growth and development of our nation.
And now let us listen to the speech of the attached of the Embassy of United States expert.
First, and most importantly, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of the graduates here today. Over 4 months, you have demonstrated not only your commitment to personal and professional growth, but also your dedication to serving the Djiboutian public with enhanced skills and a broader perspective. The proficiency in business English that you have developed is a critical tool that will open new avenues for effective communication and facilitate smoother interactions in the international arena. As we have heard earlier today, as the Director General had mentioned, English is the language of international diplomacy, of international business, and with this newfound English skill comes confidence and comes the ability to interact more broadly with the world around you. Now, this program is a testament to the fruitful and long-standing collaboration between the Ministry of Labor, ENOP in particular, and the United States Embassy. Our joint efforts underscore a mutual dedication to educational development and cultural exchange. These are fundamental to strengthening the ties between our two nations. And these initiatives are integral to our mission of supporting Djibouti's vision of enhancing employability and professional proficiency across the civil service and the broader Djiboutian society.
Our country is placed in the geographic strategy and trade zone of the Horn of Africa because learning English is essential. Our administration and private agent must benefit from training in the English language. You have had accelerated training in a period of 3 months, and I think you have got some project going for it. I green the teacher who have their effort training this period. Finally, I greened the USA and ENAP cooperation.
For his part, the Secretary General of the Ministry praised the work of the persons in charge of formalization and protection social workers, Mr. Abdullah Ali Mohammed, praised the participant perseverance and effort to learn the English language. He also expressed his thanks to the National Institute of Public Administration and the United States Embassy for the continued support in enhancing the English language teaching. In a press release which reached us from Djibouti consular in Dire Dawa in order to facilitate the state and guarantee the well-being of Djiboutian vacationers, the consular of Djibouti in Dire Dawa would like to inform the Djiboutian tourists the arrangement to be made during your stay in Dire Dawa. For the Djiboutian tourists, the consular is pleased to announce that it will benefit from a visa fee for 3 months upon arrival. However, it is imperative to have a passport with a validity of more than 3 months. At the end of the 4th month stay with the free visa, you must return to our country, or you have an option of coming back for a second 3 months stay free of charge. For memorize the tourists in the consular urge everyone to request the authorization to travels or 3 months stay at the border, which is strongly recommend that you avoid driving at night due to the intense traffic of Ethiopian heavy goods vehicles of national road when crossing the borders. And please present your travel document to the competent authorities for affiliating the entry of a state and the entry and exit of the country. As soon as you arrive in Dire Dawa, the consulate asks you to register the consular so that you can ensure the monitoring and safety of all vacationers during their stay in Dire Dawa. In the event of the incident, you need more assistance, please contact the emergency number provided by the consulate. The organizing of musical evening and the fourth final singing competition for the final prize among young people within Jeep Talent program to discover the golden voice as usual, and like every Thursday night through Friday, the fourth singing competition for Jeep Talents program for the final prize in the Stadio Digital Radio and Television in Djibouti. This program was organized by the National Radio and Television Corporation in cooperation with the Ministry of Youth and Culture, were broadcast live through TV channels, Djibouti and social media platform. At the conclusion of this occasion, the results were announced, and Ms. Habson obtained the position of the first with a score of 16, and the young Yasin took the second place with a score of 16.45. In Afro language, the young man Saeed Mohammed won the first place with a score of 15, and the second place goes to Mr. Ahmed Mohammed, who took the second place with a score of 14.
La finale qui se sont déroulées dans de bonnes conditions et dans la transparence. Voici les gagnants des finales du concours du talent 2023-2024. Saïd Mohamed, Ahmed Mohamed, Hassan Hassan, Yassine Hussein.
توكاناي أبري خميس كادونا كرد ميدا دوريان.
Many young enthusiasts followed the Jeep Talent program through screen set up the Community Development Center located in the capital and the interior region. The youth of the population of Arhiba neighborhood watched this program with enthusiasm and validity and vitality, for the youth of the capitalist neighborhood and the youth of the interior region will be happy and united in order to support the best voice, what is often called the golden voice. The team in charge of general population and housing scheme census began its third edition in the process of collecting and transcribing extensive data from the population living in Arta region. The team members go to a village, neighborhood, and the rural areas affiliate with the region, is equipped with questionnaires and data collection devices. This initiative aimed to obtain accurate information about local residents in order to guide public policies and development program. The census team toured these areas, knocking on doors and asking questions about the variety of areas of life, and authorities stress the importance of the census and the participation of all residents in this initiative, stressing that the data collected will play a crucial role in making important development decisions. They also assure that that all the information collected will be treated confidently, and it will be used for statistical purpose only. In the framework of the International Junior Football Championship, the team of young talent from the Republican Guard, also known Barre Football Club, began its entry into the Plomlin International Purpose Tournament with an historic performance, successfully winning its first match of the competition. The young footballers from the Republican Guards Football Club Academy have already accumulate 4 points after their first two matches, propelling them to the top of the table in this prestigious tournament. The Chief of Staff of the Republican Guard, Colonel Mohammed Jama, expressed his congratulations to the Djiboutian team for their remarkable performance, having dominated the best football a nation present. This exceptional performance confirms the talent and dedications of the young players who proudly represent their countries and their club on the international stage. The Republican Guard of Bury Football Club continues to shine on the world stage for young talents, and its exploit at the Plumpland Papals tournament only strengthened its reputation as a breeding grounds for champion in the making. And now for the regional scenes, the city of Mogadishu is witnessing a remarkable renaissance despite its tumultuous past as the scare of past conflict fade. Somalia's capital is forcing thriving futures, attracting the attentions of international investors and redefining its urban landscape. The sign of progress are clear. All structures are being replaced by modern buildings. Streets are blasting, and commercial activities and market are thriving. Securities. The top priority is firmly stabilized thanks to the concerted effort of Somali government. Territorial expansions is also underway, with Mogadishu now extending to the lower Shabelle or the middle Shabelle region, opening up new development prospects. However, this revival is not without its share of challenges. High rental prices are causing concern among residents. The local tenant shares his observation on price fluctuations, while Mr. Abdul Qadir Hassan, owner of a popular modern apartment, offer a insight into the realities of rental market. Despite these challenges, the attractiveness of Mogadishu for investors remains undeniable. The innovative project and the opportunities offered by the Somali capital attest to its status as the destination of choice for players in the real estate markets, promising a bright future to the resurgence of the city. And now for the international scenes, the World Bank emphasized that the global food system need a reform because it makes the planet stack, pointing to the need to radical reorientation the global agricultural sector in a report entitled "A Recipe for a Livable was and published by the newspaper Le Monde. On Tuesday, the World Bank reported that the global agricultural sector accounts for a third in greenhouse gas emission, the global warming, but it has long been in place in the background of the climate agenda in comparison the energy, industrial, or transportations issues. This is it for this edition. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful evening.